Hi, my name is Julie Mills and I'm a social worker in the Alameda County Public Health Department. The goal of our program is to educate the families about asthma and get the child's asthma under control. I start by showing them these bronchial models and other pictures so they can understand what's happening in the lungs during an asthma attack, how the asthma is actually affecting the lungs. So I use these bronchial models to show a normal lung, inside the bronchial tubes, how the airway is big and can allow for easy breathing, versus when a child's having problems with asthma. They can see the inflammation and swelling and all of the phlegm, and also the muscle out here constricts and causes them to have trouble breathing. And then I have them show me the medications that their child is using so I can explain to them how the medications work in the lungs. I hope that once they understand how the medications are working, they'll be more inclined to take them correctly and regularly as prescribed. There's two main kinds of medication, one that treats the immediate symptoms and one that prevents the asthma attacks and helps to get it under control. So I go over the different warning signs for the families to look for, the symptoms that a child might have so they'll know when to give the various medications. I also make sure they understand the symptoms that are serious enough that they need to take the child to the hospital so they'll know when to go. I also observe the child taking their medications because most of the medications are different kinds of inhalers and they need to be taken in different ways. So often I find that the children are not taking the medications correctly, so I want to make sure that they know how to take it properly so the medication can be effective. Then we talk about triggers that could make the child's asthma worse and trigger an attack. We actually walk through the home to look for triggers, and some are things that we just talk about. So the various triggers include things like smoke and secondhand smoke, dust and dust mites, mold, furred and feathered animals, cockroaches and rodents, allergens including things like pollen or grass or different trees and some foods. Anything with a strong scent that you could smell could enter into the lungs and irritate them, and different chemicals. Having a cold or the flu can be a trigger, as well as cold weather or changes in the weather, and also for some people really hot weather is a trigger. Exercise is also another trigger, although we do encourage everyone to exercise, and we just teach the families of how to work with that and still avoid asthma attacks. Pollution is another thing that can be a trigger, as well as some people have jobs, for example, a construction job where they can bring home dust and dirt on their clothes can affect the asthma. Often we also work with the doctors to help as a team to get the asthma under control, and usually we work with the families for about 3 months and 3 visits, and once the asthma is under control, then we close the case, but we're still always available by phone if the families have further questions or problems. If you have any questions about asthma, you can call us at 510-383-5181.